Tonight, turning back the dial, Minnesota's governor announces new restrictions for the state to slow the spread of COVID-19.
And a step in the right direction. Duluth City Council makes a big move to help the city's homeless population.
Plus, addressing the state as coronavirus cases skyrocket in Wisconsin. The governor is calling for action to stop the spread.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Minnesotans will soon have new COVID restrictions to follow as Governor Tim Walz says our darkest days are still ahead.
The governor rolled out new regulations today. They come as the state is regularly setting new record case highs. Walz says Minnesota is in the midst of a significant surge. These measures are meant to slow that and give medical staff time to respond.
Starting Friday, both indoor and outdoor private gatherings are limited to just 10 people from no more than 3 different households. Bars and restaurants can't serve dine-in customers between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. They're also limited to 50% capacity and a maximum of 150 people. Walz says these regulations are targeted based on the current data.
It's certainly not our intention to demonize any industry or any activity. It's simply important for us to understand what we know 8 months into this, what spreads this thing, who gets it and is more likely to spread it, what's happening with asymptomatic spread.
There are also new rules for gatherings like weddings and funerals. Starting November 27th, they'll be limited to 50 people. On December 11th, that drops to 25 people. Walz called it a phased approach, giving people time to plan.
And these new restrictions are leaving local bars and restaurant leaders with a big decision to make. They're weighing how they'll get the most out of their business with limited hours. CBS 3's Ryan Campo joins us live from Canal Park. Ryan, you spoke with restaurant owners tonight. What was their reaction to this announcement today?
Kristen and Tony Bronson, a president of the Duluth Local Restaurant Association and a Grandma's manager here behind me, says that they saw this coming and that they are not surprised, but they continue to feel good about what they are doing in terms of keeping their staff and everyone who eats locally as safe as possible. Bronson claims Hospitality Minnesota data shows only 2% of the COVID outbreaks have been tracked down to bars and restaurants in Minnesota. So he says it's problematic that they're seeing more restrictions. Bronson says these restrictions, however, are not as bad as they could be, adding that he'd hate to see indoor dining go away again. He adds it would be devastating if COVID spikes continue and more restrictions are made.
We were glad to hear Commissioner Grove talk about making sure that people's livelihoods as well as lives are kind of being looked at, and that's what's important to us as well. We want good public health, but we also want a healthy economy, and we know that they can be tied together.
Bronson says it will be a long, dark winter in the local restaurant scene as well, and that the pandemic has forced them to be creative to make sure everyone is safe. Now, Bronson urges those who do feel unsafe about dining in to order takeout or get a gift card to make sure those businesses and restaurants stay open and survive the pandemic.
Yeah, something people have had to do a lot over the last 6, 7, 8, 9 months. Ryan Campo live for us tonight. Thanks, Ryan.
Duluth schools are sending all students home and pausing athletics as cases in the city surge. In an announcement this afternoon, Superintendent John Megas says the changes will go into effect next week, giving families time to prepare. Next Wednesday, November 18th, all in-person learning, after-school activities, and athletics will be suspended. Elementary students will start distance learning on Thursday. Middle and high school students are already learning from home. Megas says the new model will continue through at least December 13th, depending on the infection rate at that time.
Dave's here for our first look at the weather tonight. Dave, the snow is almost here, if not there, for some people out there.
Yeah, there's some flakes falling in the Cloquet region.
Okay.
And some parts of Duluth, some neighborhoods have been getting a few flurries. But we take a live look at what's happening at Two Harbors, and it seems pretty clean there right now. But it's just a matter of time before a 100% chance for snow overtakes just about every town here in our region, especially those towns closer to the lake. A little lake influence will add up to some fairly decent snow totals in just a matter of hours. And that's because we have twin low-pressure systems out there. The one to the east is the one that brought rain yesterday. And if you recall, yesterday it had a little trough trailing behind it. Well, that turned into its own full-fledged low today, working up now from the southwest, bringing that chance for the snows. Looks like mostly rain to the south of us now, but again, with these cooler temperatures, should shift over to flakes. And then stay that way for about 6 hours and bring us a few inches, especially closer to the lake. I have a chart for that to show you in just a few more minutes, but I want to show you what's going on here on Veterans Day. This system will be gone quickly. By the time we get up tomorrow, thanks to the hard work of our road crews, it may be clean and fairly decent, and it should be sunny for Veterans Day, a great day to pay tribute to those who have served. I'll show you the rest of the 7-day forecast, which shows a couple more precip chances coming our way in just a couple of minutes.
All right, thanks, Dave. The Maple School District says parents should start thinking of how they would handle distance learning. Though they haven't decided anything quite yet, Superintendent Dr. Croney says it's better to be safe than sorry. Right now, all students are learning in person. Since the third week of September, the school district has had an influx of COVID-19 cases among staff, and with their classrooms being so small, they've had to quarantine the students as well. Croney says it's not coronavirus that is going to close them down, but the lack of substitute teachers and paraprofessionals.
If we can't staff a classroom, then education can't happen, and therefore that school would need to close. We wouldn't necessarily close the whole district, but we may have to close a school.
Croney says they are prepared to switch back to e-learning as they started with a hybrid model in September.
Senior citizens looking to protect themselves against the coronavirus in Wisconsin might have trouble accessing the vaccine. The Wisconsin Department of Health has not expanded the state's popular senior care program to include coverage for vaccines. Republican lawmakers are demanding an explanation, calling the delay an unnecessary roadblock. The department says it's been waiting for federal money to fund the coverage. Once a COVID-19 vaccine is available, it should also be covered under the expansion that lawmakers approved back in April.
As Wisconsin continues to see an increase in COVID cases, Governor Tony Evers is holding a statewide COVID-19 address right now. We'll listen in for a few minutes to hear the governor's message to Wisconsinites.
Steps to contain COVID-19 by issuing a safer at home order. We estimated then that our efforts would save between 300 and 1,400 lives. That order was struck down by the Wisconsin Supreme Court, a decision that hamstrung our ability to respond to this virus by using the tools supported by science and public health experts. Unfortunately, since then, Wisconsin has become a national hotspot. We once led our region in containing this virus, but now surges in our state rival what we saw in New York City this last spring. Our case numbers continue to climb. Since last Friday, we've added more than 25,000 new cases. It took us 7.5 months to get to 100,000 cases, but it only took 36 days to add another 100,000. The way things are going, it will take us only 20 days to reach another 100,000. We've now surpassed in deaths the number of lives we projected we would have saved months ago if we would have been able to keep safer at home and reopen safely. 2,395 Wisconsinites, mothers, fathers, grandparents, friends, and coworkers have lost their lives. And I offer my deepest sympathy and condolences to those who are mourning the loss of their loved ones. Unfortunately, they will not be the last. The Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation estimates 5,000 Wisconsinites could be lost to COVID-19 by January 1st if no further actions are taken to get this virus under control. That means another 2,500 people who might not be with us on New Year's Day. Wisconsin.
That's Governor Tony Evers addressing the state of Wisconsin. He's calling the state a national hotspot for COVID-19. We'll have much more on the governor's plans to address the ongoing pandemic tonight at 10.
The homeless population is growing here in the Twin Ports. St. Louis County reported an 18% increase in people experiencing homelessness from July of 2019 to July of 2020. Now, the Duluth City Council is hoping a new permanent warming center can help those who are struggling. The council unanimously approved spending $400,000 from the city's COVID-19 CARES Act funding to create a year-round warming center and hygiene facility. CBS3's Emma Quinn spoke with the city councilors behind the idea and others about what this could mean for the community.
a warm place to sleep, and a shower for those in need.
Even though they're unseen, there's over 200 people that are sleeping in nylon tents on our hillsides, underneath our bridges.
Monday night, the Duluth City Council unanimously passed using $400,000 from the CARES Act fund to create a year-round warming shelter and hygiene center for Duluth's growing homeless community.
We need to get these people sheltered. We need to get them someplace to clean. We need to get their clothes clean so that we can connect them with services, connect them with job opportunities or the proper counseling services.
Officials at the Damiano Center say a year-round shelter will allow organizations to help more people.
It's a huge need to be able to have a safe, warm place for people to just rest and to let their guard down a little bit. So having something like this is so important.
Officials say while this might not end homelessness, it is certainly a step in the right direction.
I think it'll assist our homeless population. It'll give basic human rights, basic human necessities, things that we all need.
Currently, the city is looking at using the Lincoln Park Community Center. Come Friday, they will start estimating costs and begin the permitting process.
Everyone deserves that. This is a problem that we all have. We're all sharing this burden, and we're going to solve this together.
City leaders say they are also looking into getting full-time staff to run the building instead of relying strictly on volunteers. The Damiano Center is also working to create a temporary hygiene facility by the end of the year.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, according to the Red Cross, blood donations are in high demand but are down due to COVID-19. Where you can donate coming up next.
Temperature-wise, the warm has turned. The normal is 39. We only made 29 today. Cool enough to support snow, and that's on its way. 100% chance for the next several hours. We'll talk about how much could come down and how long a winter storm warning will last coming up after the break.
The Kelly Clarkson Show right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
Whatever your water worry, Culligan Water can help. From value-priced softeners to the world's best and even salt-free. No one has more solutions than Culligan to customize the best filtration for your home. The only water that comes with a van. Contact Culligan, the local water experts.
My 95.7 is the Northland's best variety all day. From Ed Sheeran and Maroon 5 to Lady Gaga and Bryan Adams. Always family and office friendly. My 95.7, your life, your music.
Medicare isn't everyone's favorite thing to shop for, but with UCare, it might be worth a browse because right now, UCare is offering a $0 premium plan statewide. And unlike original Medicare, you also get prescription drugs, doctor visits, dental, hearing, and glasses. Fire off any questions to a decomplicator today. Hey, it's what we're here for. UCare, people-powered health plans.
Support our local Duluth restaurants and treat yourself. Get a $5 bonus gift card with every $25 gift card purchased. November 8th through the 15th. See our expanded list of wonderful local restaurants at downtownduluth.com.
Because adventure still needs chasing, we gave the newly redesigned 2021 Subaru Crosstrek a more powerful engine. Plus, standard symmetrical all-wheel drive. And Subaru is the most trusted brand for 6 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book. Love, it's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
Lease a new 2021 Subaru Crosstrek for only $199 a month. Visit Miller Hill Subaru today at 4710 Miller Trunk Highway, online at millerhill.com.
You work hard for your money and deserve to see it go the extra mile. Join us Wednesday mornings and hear from local experts on tips to better manage your finances in Eye on Money on Live Local CBS 3. Brought to you by MPPL Financial.
The historic gateway to Duluth, the St. Louis County Depot, is now the heart and soul of arts, culture, and history in our region. And now more than ever, we need the joy found through the arts, the graceful beauty of dance, drama, and excitement, the works of artists and artisans, our long and proud history preserved, and music to inspire. The Depot United campaign raises funds for all the organizations at the Depot. We need your support now more than ever. Donate through the mail or go online. Arts, culture, and history need you.
It is the question that matters the most. ¿Dónde está? That takes you behind the story. Robert. It drives everything we do. It is the foundation of trust. Who did all of this? And the truth that propels us forward.
What did you make of that?
It is The question. One word, 3 letters long. And without it, our purpose, that's news, and our freedom fade. This is why.
Season 2 is
The
here.
Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3. CBS3 Weather is brought to you by St. Luke's. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Our low pressure system is working up from the southwest, and ahead of its advance, National Weather Service has put in effect a winter storm warning for most of our area, fringed with a winter weather advisory, so we're all going to get something. It's folks in the center of the region, though, that should get the bigger snow totals, and that chart I'll show you in just a little bit. This winter storm warning will stay in effect until about 4 o'clock in the morning, so this is going to be a very hard-hitting system perhaps, but a quick one as well. From about 8 o'clock tonight to 4 in the morning, that's our window of opportunity for the snow. And then by Veterans Day tomorrow, it's going to clear up very nicely. So Marine Corps birthday tonight, a little bit wild, and then tomorrow, a little bit more calm for Veterans Day. First, we'll talk about the current conditions before we move into the forecast. And right now at the airport in Duluth, it's 27 degrees. Relative humidity is 75%, with a northeasterly wind going a fairly gentle 9 miles per hour right now, but overnight could pick up towards 20. 29.64 inches of mercury is the current barometer reading, and that's down a bit in the last half hour, showing that the heart of the low pressure system is getting closer to our region, and so the snow chance will be going up, upwards of 100%, yes. It looks like we're not going to miss this snow. Both sides of the border have a 100% chance according to the models. Well, according to the thermometers, we have 30 in Watersmeet, 27 Ironwood, and 30 in Ashland, 28 to 31 degrees here from Hayward to Superior, upper 20s towards Moose Lake and Barnum, also 28 in Two Harbors, just a hair cooler in Silver Bay, then towards Ely and Winton, 23, mid-20s for Hibbing, Chisholm, and Buell, 26 currently in Grand Rapids, and 20 International Falls. Lows tonight will be pretty chilly, into the teens inland parts of Minnesota, low 20s for the rest of us. Now let's get into the Doppler map and eye up the situation here. This is the low pressure system here that brought the rain yesterday, and it helped spawn another low that's now to the southwest working up towards us, and it's pushing up the snows now in towards places like Cloquet and some neighborhoods in Duluth, and trying to creep up the North Shore as well. And for the rest of you who haven't seen any snow yet, again, there's that 100% chance you'll see some here tonight, at least for a few hours. By the time the sun rises tomorrow, though, we could have a different style of weather. High pressure comes in rather rapidly and makes it sunny, like I mentioned, for Veterans Day. So how much snow will we have to shovel in the morning? It looks like around the head of the lakes, we're probably going to have to get rid of 4 to 8 inches worth here, and that'll be on the higher side again because of a little bit of lake influence. Farther inland, maybe 1 to 3, and once you get outside International Falls, it may be more towards a trace as you head farther west. This isn't our only go-round with snow this week, though. I'll show you a couple more here with our 7-day forecast. And tonight in Minnesota, there's that 100% chance with a range of low temps from 15 to 25. Into Wisconsin and Michigan, low temps there in the lower 20s with that 100% chance for the snow. But again, because of the rapid advance of high pressure tomorrow, Wisconsin and Michigan should be clear to partly cloudy with highs in the mid to upper 30s. For Minnesotans, clear to partly cloudy there too, with high temps anywhere from 33 around Ely and Babbitt to as warm as perhaps 38 on Park Point. Well, a partly cloudy sky tomorrow. Well, the 7-day forecast didn't quite stick. If I do a quick little bit of doctoring here, I can get it ready just in time before I run out of time here. And it sounds like I'm running out of time, so let's hit this magic button here and see if it comes up. Aha, there it is. Oh, I should open a computer repair shop here. Extended forecast shows there's a 30% chance for flurries on Thursday, Tony. And Kristen, there's some sunshine for you on Friday. Then Saturday and Sunday, it's a 40% chance for a rain and snow mix, which may make things slippery. So we'll talk more about that at 10 o'clock.
All right, thanks, Dave. The Red Cross kicked off a 2-day Veterans Day blood drive today at Amsoil Arena. According to the Red Cross, blood is in high demand as donations have been low throughout the pandemic. While donating, you will also be tested for COVID-19 antibodies, which could potentially help save a life. Organizers say they could not think of a better way to help and serve the community on Veterans Day.
Veterans really represent the spirit of service in our communities, and so this is one way that we can all show our service to the community as well. So it's a great way to come out, donate blood, save someone's life, and also write out a message for a local service member or veteran.
If you're interested in donating, they will be open tomorrow from noon until 5. For more information on how to pre-register, you can head to our website.
Coming up in sports, Duluth is putting the pause on athletics. Kelly has the details coming up next.
Fond Duluth Casino is hiring. Apply today.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
What do you get when you add care from Essentia Health and coverage from UCare? Essentia Care, now available for a more affordable price. Essentia Care's Medicare Advantage plans have premiums that start at $0 per month in select counties. You'll be able to see your Essentia Health provider at our 15 hospitals and 71 clinics. Plus, Essentia Care plans allow you the freedom to see any provider who accepts Medicare. Compare and shop plans at ucare.org/EssentiaCare.
It is the question that matters the most. That takes you behind the story.
Robert.
It drives everything we do. It is the foundation of trust.
Who did all of this?
And the truth that propels us forward.
What did you make of that?
It is the question. One word, 3 letters long. And without it, our purpose,
that's news,
and our freedom fade. This is why.
Hi, I'm Matt Hunter, president of your local United Way. Head of the Lakes United Way fights for the basic needs, education, financial stability, and health of every person in every community that we serve. We fund more than 70 local nonprofit programs in our region. Now more than ever, our communities need your support. Invest in your community. Give where you live. Join us and live united. Head of the Lakes United Way. Give, advocate, volunteer. HLUnitedWay.org/donate.
Heart attacks and strokes happen, even in the midst of COVID-19. And at least one will occur while you're watching this. Heart attacks and strokes are medical emergencies. If you experience symptoms of a heart attack or stroke, do not delay seeking care. Call 911 immediately. Hospitals are prepared and can safely treat you. Visit cdc.gov/coronavirus to learn more.
Always ready, always there. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Moving to mornings, obviously, with Jenna, I had worked weekends with her, and it was great. We're always there to be able to still joke around, still have that personality, but still obviously bring the news, the weather.
Caitlin has been there since day one when I first started at CBS3, and she's super knowledgeable about meteorology. She loves it, and she's so interested in teaching other people things about it as well. And I just think we're such a good pair for that reason.
Watch Jenna and Caitlin in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. on CBS3.
Season 2 is
The
here.
Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3.
An announcement that we thought could be coming at any moment finally came today. Duluth Public Schools will officially be shutting down their in-person activities and athletics. The district announced that they have seen a recent rise in students and staff testing positive for COVID-19, along with a projected rise in case rates in Duluth and St. Louis County. The pause of athletics will run from Wednesday, November 18th, until at least Sunday, December 13th. If numbers don't improve, they're prepared to keep the suspension in place through January 8th. Fall sports will still be able to compete over the course of the next week. The Duluth-Denfeld football team is already sidelined by a COVID-19 situation, so their season is unfortunately over. The Greyhounds football season will end tomorrow afternoon with a home game against Cloquet. This will also impact the beginning of winter sports, including hockey and basketball. Although girls basketball doesn't start until December 17th. The Duluth East boys hockey team has 2 scheduled games before December 13th. Denfeld has 3. No word yet on if they plan to cancel or postpone those games. And the Mesabi Tribune is also reporting that Evelyn Gilbert has officially canceled their football season. The Golden Bears were scheduled to play their last game of the regular season against Virginia on Thursday. According to the report, Evelyn Gilbert canceled after a second positive test for COVID-19 on their team. They will finish their season at 0-4. Meanwhile, there's new energy over at Amsoil Arena. The UMD men's hockey team now have a date and at least a list of opponents they can look forward to in this unprecedented world of sports. UMD starts play down in the NCHC pod on December 2nd, where they will spend the next 3 weeks facing conference opponents back to back to back to back. The guys said it themselves. The schedule will be a grind, but the idea of having games on the schedule brings a whole new meaning to practice.
When we know when we're going to start, everybody it starts to get a little bit more real, because obviously we've been practicing for a while now, and having no real kind of goal in mind, it's kind of hard to motivate yourself. But now that we know who we're playing, when we're leaving, you start to get itching for it, because we've been waiting for so long. So now that it's real, you get a new kind of energy in the rink, which is nice.
We got to do as much as we can right now to be ready to go as soon as December 1st hits. And it's a little different competing against guys in practice, and we've all been kind of getting after it lately. I think we're getting a little cooped up in practice and want to get the feel of some different guys, so it'll be good to go against their competition once December rolls around.
NCHC, the pod debuts on December 2nd. That's when the Bulldogs will take the ice for the first time against Denver. UMD plays the 3 other teams in their division, consisting of Denver, Miami, St. Cloud, and Western Michigan. Every team will play cross-divisional foes a total of 2 times for a total of 8 games, with 2 additional games against the divisional opponent. That's going to do it for sports. One more here back tonight at 10. Kristen and Tony, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Kelly. And just a few minutes ago, we heard from Governor Tony Evers. On the same day that Wisconsin broke new daily records for coronavirus cases and deaths, Governor Evers issued tonight an advisory telling people they should stay home. We'll have much more on that tonight at 10.
And let's check in with Dave for a quick last look at the weather. Dave, is the snow here yet?
Or for some towns, it's coming down as flurries, but should pick up by 8 o'clock and last pretty intensely for many places by the lake till about 4 o'clock in the morning. So we have a winter weather advisory and a winter storm warning for our area. And snow totals by tomorrow morning, I think, could go 1 to 3 inches inland, closer to the lake, running 4 to 8. But by tomorrow, things are going to ease up and sunshine should return for Veterans Day.
All right, thanks, Dave. Well, here's a live look. The Split Rock Lighthouse is shining bright tonight, commemorating the 45th anniversary of the sinking of the Edmund Fitzgerald.
The freighter sank in a storm on November 10th, 1975, killing the 29 crew members on board. Split Rock held a virtual ceremony tonight due to the pandemic. You can watch a live stream of the lighthouse on the CBS3 Facebook page until 7 o'clock tonight.
We'll see you back here at 10.
Thanks for watching.
Howdy.